Welcome to Witchcraft Texas Style. My name is Liz. And today we're going to be talking about Yule because 'tis the season to Yule or to barf if you drank a lot, but we fucking know how that goes. I did want to go ahead and take a little bit of time just to go ahead and have some really good news, something that I am completely honored to do. Like, it just came out of nowhere and I'm completely excited. So I felt inspired to go ahead and record a show on Yule and to give you these big news. Actually going to be a speaker at the Austin Pagan Pride Day on November the 19th of 2022. I'm going to be, it looks like, in the Butterfly Bar and also, of course, under Witchcraft Texas Style. I will be discussing online pagan communities. So if you have anything that you would like for me to add in there, for me to talk about, just message me, let me know through Facebook, Instagram, and I'm also on TikTok as well. November the 19th is the date. Keep it locked. November the 19th from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. And it's going to be the Vortex in Austin, Texas. And I think it's the Vortex on Manor, if I'm not mistaken. Going ahead and jumping in now on today and what we're discussing. Yule. I usually go ahead and celebrate Yule on December the 1st. That's when we start putting up the Christmas tree. I'm sorry, not Christmas tree. I have to learn, currently in process of learning my proper terms for myself, which have to do with like when we talk about traditions and what we're doing. I was raised Catholic, so part of being Catholic was learning to say Christmas or what other people call it, which is Christmas. I learned how to say that growing up, so now as I've gotten older, of course, I am more free to celebrate as I wish and how I feel comfortable, and that is to celebrate Yule. Our celebration usually starts here at home on December the 1st. Now, there was one part of Christmas that we did keep, which is Santa Claus. There was a little bit of information that I was looking up in regards to Christmas versus Yule, and I actually found out that a lot of people consider Father Christmas to be Odin. I had no idea. It does make a lot of sense for people to consider Father Christmas, aka Saint Nicholas, as Odin, as to give offerings to him, because he is Father Christmas, Father Yule. So I didn't know that. That's a completely new thing. So anyway, as of December the 1st is when we start celebrating. We start getting all things ready until December the 21st to, exchange gifts and, spend time with our families, of course, spend time together. It is a tradition. You can't celebrate alone. The only thing is that it's one of those traditions that you want to go ahead and celebrate with family. It's not forced to, but I do believe that I've gotten to know myself a little bit more, and I feel like celebrating with family is important. If not your immediate family, maybe your distant family or adopted family. It doesn't matter. It's still family one way or another. There is the Yule log. The Yule log has been used in different ways. I do know that there is a dessert, which is Yule log, and it's actually, it's a log with delicious treats inside and chocolate. And maybe you wanted to make it with cream cheese. I don't know. Maybe you wanted to make it a red velvet log. It's all good though. But the Yule log, and actually what it is an actual log. It was supposed to be a tree, or the actual Yule tree, that was burnt through the fire for 12 days. And in those times, it just made more sense to do it that way because obviously, firewood to keep warm. But now that we've modernized our life a little bit more and things are different, it's not the same. So that whole burning a log or burning wood for 12 days straight doesn't really apply to us anymore. So what we do now is that we have like a log and put candles on it, because you're inside now. So you're inside of apartments, you're inside of houses. I mean, if you have large property, of course, go ahead, do a Yule log, wrap some cinnamon on there, a lot of traditional, of course, the Yule log, you want to wrap around the cinnamon, things to make it better. For you to add cinnamon. Cinnamon is abundance. You want to go into the next year, the following year, as bountiful to build abundance. And it's part of recreating a lot of stuff that has to do with how you enter the next year, the next phase of your calendar year, depending how you celebrate. Here in the United States, I know we have, I'm not sure if I remember what kind of calendar it is, but the calendar that we have is January the 1st is considered New Year, and we step into that new year of 2023. And I know a lot of people get like, oh, you know, what are the points of resolutions and all this stuff. I never wanted to necessarily stop making resolutions. I felt like when I said things out loud, it wasn't like a manifest. So what I've actually done is just made it part of my ritual, which is like when I'm doing the Yule log. You know, my resolution for next year is going to be for me to stop being fat. But I'm also going to keep trying. It's not like I'm going to be giving up or anything like that. The thing is for me that rituals are important because it makes me feel that I've actually put in my energy into that work, that I'm manifesting what I need to go and to move on into that next year. Like, I want to go ahead and step in. Like, see, I'm just doing it right now. I can literally feel myself putting energy and manifestation into the next year. Anywho, I'm going to stop. I'm going to save that energy for Yule, for my Yule log. We typically do have a Yule log. I think I had one last year and I burnt it. And I put my energy into that. And 2022 has, by far for me, been crazy, upside down, and I've barfed a couple times. It's fucking been a mess. Of course, with the pandemic and everything, you know, everybody's been a fucking mess. But hey, if you haven't been a mess, you know, great for you. You know, I wish I was in that position, but for me, it's been a fucking mess. There is the Yule tree also. The Yule tree it's the same tree. Everyone has it. We all go ahead and put up our Christmas tree. I believe we typically do it after Thanksgiving. And that's typically been just because, you know, everyone works and sometimes you don't have time and you're exhausted and you're tired. In my experience, I always want to go ahead and put in more effort into doing these things. Sometimes I don't, and that really just falls on me. Honestly, I'm going to own that one because it's important to set time apart for yourself and for your family. I know there was a little bit something else that I read in regards to Yule, which is Heathen Yule versus Wicca Yule. Heathen Yule is more, I guess it would be more of like the original tradition of Yule and how everything was. It's where you're going to go ahead and do your offerings to Odin, Freya, and Njord. I personally think those are cool and wonderful, and I do believe in those as well. The Wiccan Yule, it has some of the same as the heathen, like they're very similar. They differentiate each other quite a bit. It's kind of hard to put a label on the whole thing. I have also learned in myself, in my working, that I've turned it a little bit eclectic. So I don't know if that means that by turning my practice eclectic, I feel like I am comfortable to not just follow one tradition, but to kind of evolve my spiritual path into something that adds to my life. So something that makes me happy. And at the end of the day, it's like, yeah, I celebrated this, I celebrated that. I celebrated Yule in a way where I honored the solstice. There's a lot of traditions in regards to Yule, and I actually found an old wives' tale that pertains to Yule. So this one says, and I'm reading it from the book, from the Witch's Companion, The Essential Guide to Being a Witch by Soraya. Well, if I said it in my accent, it's Soraya in Spanish. So it says here that most superstitions attached to Yuletide and Christmas are happy ones. If a man is lucky enough to kiss a girl under the mistletoe, he should remove one berry for every kiss he's allowed. Optimistic men should therefore hang mistletoe with a good supply of berries. So you want to get tons of kisses. Now, in my part, this is what I read. If a human is lucky enough to kiss another human under the mistletoe, that human should remove one berry for every kiss that the human is allowed. I wonder if that's why we have a lot of children that are Virgo, Libra and Virgos. Sounds like a lot of time to get pregnant. Or maybe Yule is actually a time for a lot of orgasming, for heterosexual, homosexual couples. If a girl has not been kissed under the mistletoe over Yuletide, she can expect to remain single for at least a year and a day after. Wow. So if you're single and you haven't gotten kissed, it's Yule's fault. Like, not Yule, like your fault. But yeah, that would work too. It would be fucking Yule's. Like, you have to have good berries. I thought the guys were the ones that had the berries, but I guess it doesn't matter. I guess if you have for at least 1 year and a day. Oh my fucking gosh. So, okay, I'm gonna move on because that's like, okay, that kind of makes me think to back in my days. Oh my goodness. There was that one tradition I had with my best friend where we went to his house and we I don't know if you guys have done it, but we had grapes. Like, I guess that's a thing. I wonder if grapes represented berries. I wonder if we weren't able to afford berries anymore, so we used fucking grapes. I don't know. Too much in the brain. Okay, so the next one. If you kiss someone under the mistletoe, you will remain on good terms with them, always, and never quarrel. If you kiss someone under the mistletoe, you will remain on good terms with them, always, and never quarrel. So you mean all those fights that I had growing up could have been avoided if I just made out with him under a mistletoe? I mean, that makes sense on a whole lot of different levels. That's kind of like, kiss me and I won't beat you up. Is that a thing in junior high school? Is that a thing in high school? I don't remember that. But that does make sense because I had a friend and he did kiss a lot of boys. Let's see. If you want to guarantee weeks and weeks of happiness in the year to come, eat mince pies in as many houses as you can over Yuletide. Each mince pie eaten will bring a week of happiness in the coming year. Alright. This one's easy. But it says you have to eat mince pies. So does that mean like you eat like multiple pies in each house? So you're going to be going around 52 houses to eat some mince pie. I think it's worth a shot, really. Because I am hungry all the time anyway. And eating mince pie, I'm alright with that. Just throw in some, potatoes on the side or something like that. I don't know how that would work. I think I would be really gassy. Okay, next. In the days when it was customary to have a Yuletide log to burn at Christmas, it was thought to be lucky if a small piece of it was not burned and was saved for the following Christmas. That goes under, consumption, don't waste it. There's a lot of things I do with that. I like that one. Under superstition held, it was unlucky for the Yuletide log to be touched by a woman with a flat foot or a man with a squint. Motherfucker. I have flat feet. I burned last year's Yule log. I'm gonna have to get my wife to burn this year's Yule log because my fucking foot is flat as fuck. I mean, you're talking about some flat fucking feet. Fuck. No wonder I've been so unlucky. I didn't win the HEB thing drawing. And also, I've entered numerous amounts of contests without me winning. I don't appreciate that. So I guess my wife's going to be the one to burn the log this year. Terrible, because I don't know how I'm going to get her to do that. She's going to want just to sleep and eat. I'll have to edit that out because she'll be really upset at me. So it says, let's go to the next one. On Christmas Eve, a girl who wishes to know who her future true love will be should put her shoes one across the other in the form of the letter T as she goes to bed at night. She should then recite this rhyme. Alright, so anybody who's single out there, if you want to find your future true love, I don't know if you should do this if you're married, because if your husband or wife sees this, so you're going to recite this rhyme. I hope tonight my true love to see, so I put my shoes in the form of a T. That's crazy. I wonder if you have to keep repeating it so that your true love can hear it because they might be hearing impaired. Okay, next, alternatively, the girl could try walking backwards to a pear tree if there is one nearby, and then circle around it 9 times. A vision of her true love may then appear to her. So, if you can't do the T, and if you're trying to figure out if the person that you're with is like worth it, or like, hey, are we meant to be, if you've questioned that, just walk backwards to a pear tree, if you do have one, anyway, or Google it. I guess, fucking pear tree next to me, or nearby, which I don't think it'll give you directions to walk to the tree, so you'll just have to figure that one out. And then circle around it 9 times. 9 fucking times. Who has the time to circle something 9 times? But apparently if you do that, I guess you'll have a vision of your true love might appear to you. So it's not like that show, That's So Raven. I like that show. It was pretty cool. You know how she has those visions and they pop up? So don't assume that because you do this around that pear tree, you're going to circle around it 9 times, that you're going to get like this vision is just going to come to you. No. It's basically going to be that it'll appear to you in a dream. All right, let's move on to the next one. Good luck will come to those who have a stir of the Christmas pudding. Good luck will come to those who have a stir of the Christmas pudding. There's Christmas pudding? I've been missing out on delicious pudding. Like, I'm buying H-E-B vanilla pudding or going to Gaddy's to have my vanilla pudding when I could have had Christmas pudding. Make a wish as you stir, but do not tell anyone what you have wished for. Obviously, we all know that. I know that even from my birthday cake. I don't tell my wishes because I want them to come true. Your wish will not come true. No. Whatever you believe in, remember that Father Christmas. So, I guess that would be, if you're asking for anything, that would be something that you would get to know. I'm sorry, if you're asking for something to Father Christmas, it'll come to you. So I guess that would be the whole thing with Christmas presents, and when you ask for Christmas presents from your family. Don't forget to decorate with holly. No, don't decorate with your friend holly. I mean, actually find some holly around your house. Other things. There's stones. There's a millennia of things that you can obviously do when celebrating Yule. So it doesn't have to be, you don't have to necessarily accustom yourself to, you can literally go to the church and celebrate Christmas with them. You don't have to do all the other stuff. You don't also don't make people feel bad because they believe in Christmas, and you don't. Like, it goes both ways. Like, leave people alone. Like, also, don't be so pissed off because somebody doesn't want to say Merry Christmas. See? Christmas. So it's like, if you're Jewish, or if you do, like, they don't go around saying Merry Christmas, but you don't get mad at them. But you're getting mad at me at HEB because I don't say Merry Christmas. Like, seriously, lady. Anyway, it's the holidays. So yes, be nice to each other. Be kind to each other. Let's not give each other a hard time. The government's already doing that shit anyway, but that's a whole different topic that we do not want to fucking talk about. I don't even want to think about that half of the time. I want to wish everyone a blessed Yule, a bountiful 2023. May you have abundance. May your cup runneth over. Let me try that again. May your cup runneth. May your cup runneth over. I'm a big fan of that. I like saying things that way. Thee, thy, what, who, fuck, this, that. Anywho, so that was a show. I didn't make it as long as usual. I wanted to give you guys a short one because I know you want to get on and do other shit than listen to me. So, or maybe you do want to listen to me, and hey, thanks about that. But have a wonderful Yule. Have a blessed Yule. Again, 2023. I don't know what new disease is going to kill us next year, but, you know, fuck it. Eat the cheesecake this year, because, I don't know. All right, y'all have a wonderful, wonderful, wonderful Yule. This is Liz, and keep it magical. This is Liz, saying goodbye. Don't forget to keep it magical. And remember that Santa Claus, Christmas, Father Odin is watching you, and he knows.